We have such sights to show you.
Hi, everybody. I'm the drunk kitten Tribbles. Welcome to Ultimate Radio Show, right here on YouTube. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, and I hope you all brought some beers.
All right, yeah. Richard Allen Monsoor, better known by the stage name Dick Dale, also known as the father of surf music. Hi, everybody. I am the High Command, and I'm here with the drunk kitten Tribbles. Welcome to Ultimate Radio.
Hi, everybody. Hey, boss. Yeah. People also credit Dick Dale as being one of the forefathers of heavy metal, having influenced guitarists like Jimi Hendrix, Pete Townshend, and Eddie Van Halen.
Right, Kitten, yeah. He was also an early influence on some of the 60s, surf bands like the Beach Boys and Jan and Dean. Where he got that deal on the heavy metal thing was Dick liked to play very loud, and he kept blowing up his amplifiers. He couldn't play loud enough. He wanted to be able to play louder than the audience, and I guess no amplifiers at that time could do it. So he started working with Leo Fender of Fender Guitars to develop more powerful and louder amplifiers. He was also a pioneer in working with like external reverbs and also other different effects methods.
Right, boss, yeah. Dick began playing in country western bars in 1955. And one of those entertainers, a guy named Texas Tiny, actually gave him the name Dick Dale because he said it suited him more as a country singer. Dale also, a lot of his music is played in non-traditional western scales, using a lot of Middle Eastern sounds.
Yeah, another interesting thing on the musical equipment deal, Fender designed, the special amplifiers, and they had JBL design a special 15-inch speaker. And Leo Fender said that until an amplifier could withstand the onslaught of Dick Dale, it wasn't fit for human consumption. All right, yeah, his song Misraloo from 1962. His first 5 albums were with his band, Dick Dale and the Deltones. Now, another thing about Dick, he actually was a real surfer. He had a 3-story house on Newport Beach Peninsula, right by the famous surfing spot, The Wedge. Growing up as a kid, I used to actually fish on the jetty a few yards from his house. So, yeah, that was a pretty cool deal.
Right, boss, yeah. In the mid-60s, Dick came down with colon cancer, and Jimi Hendrix was quoted as saying, "If Dick dies, then you'll never hear surf music again."
Right, Kitten, yeah. Dick actually did recover from that that bout of cancer and actually lived for a great many more years. Now, he was also in some of the early Frankie Avalon, Annette Funicello, the old surf movies that, some of us from back then remember watching.
For the sand and the sea is the only love for me, just surfing, yeah, just surfing. When I looked at the beach, there was nothing but chicks. Rode a breaker in, gonna get my kicks. I'm surfing, surfing and a surfing. For the sand and the sea, the only love for me, I'm a surfing, yeah, I'm surfing, just surfing. Met a little blonde and asked if I could date her. She said, come on, honey, you can watch your boat later. I'm surfing, surfing, surfing and a surfing. For the sand and the sea, the only love for me, I'm a surfing. Yeah, just surfing. Uh-huh.
All right, yeah. In 1994, Quentin Tarantino used his song Miserlou in the movie Pulp Fiction, and that gained Dick a whole new audience.
All right, yeah. In 2000, the U.S. House of Representatives actually voted Dick Dale into the Library of Congress for outstanding musical achievements. Now, on a more personal note, I knew Dick before he died, and his wife, Alana. She's actually a good friend, and she still is a member over on Ultimate Radio Show on Facebook. She was really, really nice enough to send me this poster years ago, signed by Dick. Yeah, and I've still got it hanging up right out here in the studio.
You know, boss, us kittens don't like water, or we'd probably like to go surfing, because if you go surfing, you can have beers. Yeah, Dick died at the age of 81, and when he died, he still had tour dates booked.
Because of his ongoing health problems, Dick never used alcohol or smoked, and he also discouraged his band from doing so. He also stopped eating red meat in the early 70s, and he was also a student of Kenpo karate. Now, in talking to Lana, I guess he could play like 27 different instruments also besides the guitar. right, yeah, the Dick Dale song called Nitro. That was recorded on his property here in the Mojave Desert. Now, Dick was also a wild animal lover, like lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, but no, I don't think he ever had any bears, but he did own some wild cats off and on. He also had a private pilot's license, and the plane in that video was his. At any rate, I hope you all enjoyed this today. It's certainly not all of his history because it's extensive, but that was a good part of it. And you know, every now and then, man, you just got to get back to some surf music. Hey, we'll see you on the next video.